The FSV Wheeled Tank Destroyer looks powerful, but how strong is its armament really? Today, we are breaking down the FSV's entire weapon system in detail. The FSV is classified as a tank destroyer. Its purpose is not frontline dominance. Its precision lies in firepower, support elimination, and mobility. This is a 4-seater vehicle with each seat having distinct class of armaments. The seats are divided into driver's seat, weapon station, weapon pod, and a secondary weapon station. Here we will be dissecting the FSV's armament, its firepower, limitations, and battlefield function. So first of all, we have the driver's seat. Here the player have access to the main weapon, secondary weapon, and 2 different gear slots with distinct features. In the primary weapon, players have 2 different options. They can choose the 40mm autocannon or the 90mm howitzer. The 40mm autocannon fires high explosive shells and carries maximum up to 12 rounds. It has high bullet velocity and it's quite easy to handle. It is effective against both infantry and armored vehicles, making it a multi-purpose armament. However, it has low damage per shot and players need to aim accurately for taking down enemies effectively. Also, this autocannon is quite good for long-range fights. Now let's move to the 90mm howitzer. It's a heavy cannon with a very powerful projectile that has a high blast radius. It can take down infantries with 1 shot if aimed properly. However, this cannon is mainly used against heavily armored vehicles such as the tank. This armament is perfect for dealing heavy damage against armored vehicles. It has higher damage per shot compared to the 40mm autocannon. However, it has a slower reload rate and slow bullet velocity. It's not so easy to handle always. It is less flexible compared to the 40mm autocannon. Except these drawbacks, this armament is highly dangerous against grouped enemies in close range and armored vehicles. The driver's seat also have access to the secondary weapon slot. Here players can choose between the light coaxial machine gun and heavy coaxial machine gun. The light machine gun has a high fire rate, but it has a shorter attack range. On the other hand, the heavy machine gun is more effective at long-range attacks but has a slow fire rate. Both of the machine guns are effective for suppressing enemy infantries and useful for protecting the vehicle from infantry attacks. Now let's talk about the gear slot. This is the vehicle's countermeasures to survive from enemy attacks and for retreating from enemy fire. Gear slot 1 has smoke grenades and thermal camouflage. Smoke grenades are of 3 types. 1 is the normal smoke grenade, 2nd is the thermal smoke grenade, and 3rd's the smokescreen grenade. The normal smoke grenade gives a small smoked area when used. It provides slight cover to retreat from enemy attacks. The thermal smoke grenade also provides the same smoked area like the normal smoke grenade, but it has a specialty. When an enemy locks a missile, the thermal smoke grenade can be used to disrupt the missile lock. It helps survive from missile attacks temporarily. And the smokescreen grenade can be used to create a large cloud of smokes, which is quite useful for hiding. Let's move to the thermal camouflage now. It's a special type of camouflage that increases the survivability of the vehicle against missile threats. It reduces missile lock-on range and increases missile lock-on time, but it cannot save the vehicle from missile strikes. Talking about the gear slot 2, it has a repair system and an active defense system. When the vehicle takes damage, the repair system can be used to quickly repair the vehicle and restore a significant amount of HP. It has a cooldown time of just 20 seconds. The active defense system is used to save the vehicle from enemy missiles and shells, but it lasts for a few seconds, so you must be careful. Moreover, it has a long cooldown time of 30 seconds, and it can protect the vehicle against very small bullets such as the autocannon of LAVAA. Let's talk about the weapon station now. The weapon station has 3 types of armament: the light machine gun, the heavy machine gun, and the 40mm grenade launcher. The light and heavy machine guns are the same as discussed before. They can be used to suppress enemy infantries and can also be used against air targets. Besides, don't fire the machine gun for too long. It will get overheated. The 40mm grenade launcher shoots explosive projectiles and hold up to maximum 8 rounds. This armament is very effective against grouped infantries and light armored vehicles. However, players need to aim properly to deal maximum damage. Next we have the weapon pod. The armaments in the weapon pod are mainly effective at close range. Let's start with the 40mm canister round. It's useful for clearing out infantry such as engineers or Virons that pose a threat to the vehicle. In close range, if aimed properly, you can take them out by one shot. Also, it can be effective against light armor. The AA cannon, on the other hand, can deal damage to air targets, but it has a very short range and can hardly hit the helicopters at high altitude. Next we have the multiple grenade launcher. It shoots 4 high explosive shells at a time, which can deal high damage against enemy infantry, but it also have a very short range, making it less effective. Lastly, we have the secondary weapon station. Here players have access to the anti-tank missile and anti-air missiles. The anti-tank missile can lock onto enemy ground vehicles and deal heavy damage. However, it has a long reload time. The anti-air missile, on the other hand, can lock onto enemy helicopters. But if the helicopter is too high, the missile can't lock into. Moreover, the missile might just miss the target. Despite its firepower, the FSV does not rely on armor. Survivability depends on positioning, not durability. And with that ends our guide on the FSV's armament. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to share and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Operator.